Virat Kohli is an Indian middle-order batsman and former captain of the national side. A naturally aggressive cricketer, he has combined his positive mindset with elegant stroke play to score runs all around the world in any format. Mixing conventional batting fundamentals with his own unique array of shots, here we'll be analysing his batting style and technique. The perfect place to start in analysing Virat Kohli's batting is his signature shot, the checked-off drive. His drive through the offside are timed with immense power, and over the years we have been wowed by the speed and flatness of the stroke. As Kohli moves back and across his stumps, he has a press onto the front foot. From here he transfers his weight further onto the front foot as he drives the ball on the up. The first thing to look at is Kohli's body position at the point of contact. His body, head, bat face and feet are pointing in the direction he wants to hit the ball. He likes to get a big stride out to the delivery. There's also excellent weight going into the drive as indicated by the bend of the knees. The bend of the knees is what allows Kohli to get low on the ball and generate momentum into the shot. Where Kohli's drive is unique is that he checks or punches the drive, meaning there's no exaggerated follow through or flourish of the bat. At the point of contact we can see Kohli controls the drive with the top hand, then the bottom hand takes over after contact as the ball comes back across from left to right. In this next example we can see a variation of his off drive. This time at the point of contact he opens the bat face and slices across the ball as the bat comes across from left to right. The wrists for the shots stay locked in and the work is done with the hands and arms coming across the ball to slice it. In this third example, after his initial back and across movement, rather than plant his front foot right across after the initial press, he keeps his front foot on the line of middle. From here he uses the bend of the knees to get low on the ball and to transfer the weight into the shot. In addition to this, he uses the bottom hand to drive the ball and slice across the delivery. Kohli's typical batting setup sees him set up with an open stance on the line of leg stump. As the baller enters their delivery stride, he then moves his back foot back and across his stumps. As the ball is released, he then has a small front foot press as he moves the front foot slightly across his stumps. From this position, he transfers his weight forward or back depending on the length. On this occasion, he works the ball to the leg side. Here is another example of Kohli's batting stance and trigger. He begins with an open stance, and as the bowler is in their delivery stride, he moves his back foot back and across. As the ball is released, he has a small front foot press, and on this occasion, he maintains excellent balance to drive down the ground. Kohli's bat pickup begins with the bat pointing between first slip and the wicketkeeper. As he shapes into the shot, and just before the ball pitches, the bat face is pointing towards the point region. The bat is in line with his right eye, and from here he will play his shots accordingly. On this occasion, he drives down the ground. From the side-on view, we can see how the bat face points towards point as he shapes into the shot. Kohli typically grips the bat handle with the bottom hand low and the top hand towards the middle of the bat handle. We see the bottom hand come lower when he's looking to open the face of the bat. This indicates he doesn't grip the bat tight and uses soft hands when pushing or working the ball around. We saw earlier that the bottom hand is important for Kohli for his off drives in terms of manipulating the gaps with the bat face. In his quest to be the best in the world, Kohli had to look internally and really assess what he needed to do to be the best in the world. One area he identified after his initial start on the international stage was his diet and fitness. With the need to bat longer and to run the ones and twos to build momentum in his innings, he realised he needed to work on his physical fitness and eating habits to become the best. His work in the gym has proven to be a key facet of his game over the years, and he's able to convert the ones into twos and twos into threes. The improved fitness also contributed to his additional power to hit the ball for six. Another eye-catching shot in Kohli's arsenal is the straight drive. While many marvel at his stroke play through the offside, his ability to drive down the ground uses class and technique. When driving down the ground after his initial back and across movement and front foot press, we can see he has eyes on the delivery and is already shaping up to play his shot. From the downswing of the bat that comes down in line with his head position and right shoulder, he makes contact under his eyes and maintains a high elbow to unfurl an eye-catching drive. What sets Kohli apart from many other batsmen from the subcontinent is his ability to play the short ball. Not only does he have a solid technique against the short ball, where he has attacking intent. The reason why I highlight the attacking intent is because when fast bowlers see that a batsman can play the short ball comfortably and can also attack the delivery, then they will refrain from bowling it too much as the act itself of bowling a short ball is tiresome. When playing the short ball, Kohli uses the back and across trigger I mentioned earlier, then has the initial front foot press. He bends the back leg lower, however he pivots and turns off the front foot and then transfers the weight on the back foot. Here is another example of how he pivots off the front foot using the bend of the knees to power and stand up tall as he pulls the ball. Again, there's a weight shift on the back foot. Another important point to Kohli's ability to pull the short ball is that he gets his hands into a high position when he spots the length. This allows him to get on top of the ball. In addition to this, he has an effective use of the wrist, which in turn, with his high hands, he rolls the wrist over the ball, which allows him to control the shot. Kohli is an assertive player of spin. Naturally aggressive, he can drive through the offside using the whip of the wrist to control the ball. He can skip down the track using his quick feet, or he can transfer his weight back to pull and cut. Just like when he's facing the fast bowlers, Kohli sets up with an open stance. He then, like many great players of spin, utilises a front foot press. On the press, he transfers his weight forward or back depending on the length. In this example, he clears his front foot when he spots the short delivery and pulls the ball off the back foot using the bend of the back leg and the rotation of his hips. When playing off the front foot, we see the initial front foot press. As he spots the full length, he moves his front foot further down the pitch to get closer to the ball and drive through the offside. It's a known fact that most batsmen around the world have weaknesses or chinks in their armour that the opposition bowlers look to expose. This is the same for Kohli. It's known around the world that Kohli's biggest area of weakness is the 5th 6th stump line outside off stump. One of his biggest nemesis, James Anderson, has over the years been able to exploit this. The main issue for Kohli outside off stump is his need to feel the bat on ball. Rather than it be a technical issue, I think his eagerness to feel bat on ball and push the singles is the reason why we see him push so far outside off stump. Another factor of the bouncier wickets away from home means he has less control when pushing away from the body.